Hello everyone. In this video, you are going to learn how to find phenotypic and genotypic ratios among progeny in a trihybrid cross of pea plant by using Punnett square. Let's look at this example. A pure breeding tall garden pea plant with round yellow seeds is crossed with a dwarf plant with wrinkled green seeds. So there is a tall pea plant with round yellow seeds is crossed with dwarf plant with wrinkled green seeds. Now this is a recessive parent. Okay, we have to find out the phenotypic and genotypic ratios of F2 generation if F1 plant is self-pollinated. In this cross, we are studying three traits. So it is a trihybrid cross. And what are those traits? We are studying about height of the pea plant, then shape of the seed. The seeds are either round or wrinkled shape, and they are either yellow or green in color. So this is the key for the cross. Let's start writing the cross. According to the question, these are pure breeding plants. That means they are homozygous. So tall round yellow and dwarf wrinkled green are phenotypes, and these are their genotypes. Because they are pure breeding, they are homozygous in condition. Let's write the gametes for this plant. You know that the gametes are haploid in condition and the parent plants are diploid. That's why the gametes are carrying only one allele for each gene. From the gene height of the plant, capital T, from the gene shape of the seed, capital R, from the gene color of the seed, capital Y. Here also small t, small r, small y, each allele from each gene. When these gametes fuse, F1 plants are formed. So in F1 generation, all plants are tall with round yellow seeds. And look at that genotype, it is heterozygous in condition. Now according to the question, this F1 plant is self-pollinated. So this tall round yellow plant is self-pollinated. That means the male gametes of this plant fertilize the female gametes of the same plant. Let's start writing the gametes. So for writing gametes, let's take this first gene, capital T and small t. It is heterozygous in condition. Write down capital T and small t. Then the next one, capital R and small r. This is also heterozygous. Capital R and small r. Here also capital R and small r. Next one, capital Y and small y. Here also capital Y and small y. We wrote this branch line method to write the genetic composition of the gametes easily. Write capital T, capital R and capital Y in one gamete. So this type of gamete may form, or a gamete may carry capital T, capital R and small y, or a gamete with capital T, small r and capital Y may form, or capital T, small r and small y gamete may form. Small t, capital R and capital Y gamete may form. Small t, capital R, small y gamete may form. Small t, small r, capital Y. And small t, small r, small y. How many different types of gametes have you seen here? So, 8 types of gametes are formed. If you have watched my earlier videos, you will know how to find the number of types of gametes easily. We use the formula 2 power n, where n is number of heterozygous genes. So, there are 3 heterozygous genes here. That's why n equal to 3. So, we got 8 types of gametes. Let's assume that all the gametes which we have written here are female gametes. In the same plant, male gametes are also formed with the same composition. Let's write them in Punnett square. These are male gametes and these are female gametes. So these gametes may fuse in 64 possible ways. Like fusion of these two gametes result in the formation of one type of plant, or these two gametes fuse to form another type of plant. Let's look at the Punnett square clearly. So this is the Punnett square which I have already written. You can observe the difference in color just to show the difference of the phenotypes. If this gamete and this gamete fuse, a tall plant with round yellow seeds is formed in F2 generation. So these are all the offsprings of F2 generation. Pause this video for a while and observe all the phenotypes and genotypes of F2 plants. Let's zoom in a small part of this. Okay, notice here, if capital T, capital R, small y fuses with capital T, capital R, small y. A tall plant with round green seeds is formed here. Likewise, if this fuses capital T, small r, capital Y, fuses with capital T, small r, capital Y, a tall plant with wrinkled yellow seeds is formed. Now observe here that capital T, small r, small y may fuse with capital T, small r, small y gamete. Then this one, a tall plant with wrinkled green seeds is formed. So this Punnett square shows the possible fusion of these gametes. And the phenotypes we are writing here are the possible phenotypes of offspring formed in F2 generation. By counting them, we can tell the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio. Let's zoom out. Here I changed the color slightly so that you can find the difference of phenotypes. Observe a nice pattern here, tall round yellows. These are all tall round yellow plants. If you are writing this cross, try to write the gametes in the same order. Then you will get a pattern like this. Because it is easier to count. There is no rule that you have to write the gametes in the same order. If you count them, you will find that there are totally 27 plants which have tall round yellow phenotype. This and this is tall round yellow, this one, and these plants. Okay, so totally you will find 27 plants are tall round yellow. Next we can count tall round green. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are in the proportion of 9 by 64. 9 out of 64 fusions have given out tall round green phenotype. Next count tall wrinkle yellow. This one is tall wrinkle yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are also 9. Tall wrinkle yellow are also 9. Let's count tall wrinkle green. Tall. Okay, this one 1, 2 and 3. These are tall wrinkle green phenotypes. Let's write the phenotypic ratio now. As counted already, 27 out of 64 combinations showed the tall round yellow phenotype. Then 9 of them have tall round green phenotype and 9 are tall wrinkle yellow and 3 are tall wrinkle green. We haven't counted the dwarf round yellow yet. So we counted all plants with tall phenotype. Tall wrinkle green are only 3. Now let's count dwarf. But before that, find out how many different phenotypes we have seen in F2 generation. You'll find that there are 8 different phenotypes formed. There is a slight confusion here for some students when you are trying to answer questions. If the question is how many different phenotypes may form in F2 generation in this cross, there are 8 different phenotypes as you can see. But if the question is how many different gametic fusions are possible in F2 generation, the answer is 64. You would have noticed in Punnett square that 64 different gametic combinations are possible. So while answering questions basing on this cross, you must be slightly careful. Okay, now let's count the number of dwarf varieties. You find this region here. These are all dwarf variety plants. See, dwarf round yellow plants. Let me mark this. This is also like a triangle. There are 9 dwarf yellow plants and dwarf round green plants are only 3. Then dwarf wrinkle yellow are 3 and dwarf wrinkle green, the ratio most plant, is only 1. Let's look at the phenotypic ratio again. Dwarf round yellow 9, dwarf round green 3 as we have counted, dwarf wrinkle yellow 3 and dwarf wrinkle green 1. Okay, this is the phenotypic ratio of offspring formed in F2 generation. These are different mathematical expressions of the same ratio. Now let's look at the genotypic ratio. To know the genotypic ratio, first of all we should know how many different genotypes are formed, then count them and write the ratio. That's it. When the genotypes are completely homozygous, the ratio is only 1. This is only 1. Homozygous tall round yellow is just 1. Likewise, the homozygous dwarf wrinkled green is also just 1. The heterozygous genotypes may find, okay, this is heterozygous here. So usually it is 2. We got 1 here. Let me find the other one. Okay, this is the second one. Let's look at the genotypic ratio. Let's first count the number of different genotypes formed. You see that there are 27 different genotypes formed. Did you remember how many different phenotypes were formed in F2 generation? They are just 8. But the number of different genotypes are 27. Counting all these genotypes and writing the ratio definitely takes a lot of time. Please write this cross later after watching this video and then count the genotypic ratio. If you want to follow any easy method to find genotypic ratio in a tri-hybrid cross, you can follow Folkline method. This method is easy compared to the Punnett square because it takes a lot of time for you to sit and count all these different genotypes and write the ratio. Anyway, this is the genotypic ratio of our cross. So according to our question, we have to find the phenotypic and genotypic ratios of progeny in F2 generation. I hope you understood how to write Punnett square in a tri-hybrid cross of pea plant. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it. Thank you for watching. Happy learning.